So guys, this is kind of late because I usually make these way sooner, but I wanted to wait for the new Puss in Boots movie to come out here before I made this. But now that it's out and I made my review for it on my blog, I'm finally gonna talk about my top 5 movies of 2022. This was an interesting year. 2022 was an interesting year for me with movies because recently I've sort of tried to broaden my horizon when it comes to movies, and I saw some really, really great movies in 2022. I did also see a lot of terrible movies, but I was really, really glad with all those great movies I saw last year. So this is probably a weird thing to point out, but I think this might be the most different one of these lists I've made because I'm going to be including different kinds of movies I haven't talked about before. So let's get into it, and I hope you all like this. Number 5, Dragon Ball Superhero. Starting us off is the first anime movie I saw this year, Dragon Ball Superhero. I saw both this and One Piece Film Red this year, and out of both of them, I like Dragon Ball Superhero more. I really had a great time with this film, especially since it was the first Dragon Ball movie I ever saw in cinema, and this was a really great experience. Well, I personally had a couple of problems with the first 10 minutes or so, the rest of it was so entertaining as a Dragon Ball fan, and I love just what happened with this having a huge emphasis on Piccolo and Gohan's relationship, and it was just a blast from when Piccolo was introduced, and what they do with the characters is a lot of fun. I also love the other characters in this too, like Pan. I really, really like Pan here, and he was a lot more entertaining here as opposed to her version in Dragon Ball GT. And it was just nice to have a Dragon Ball movie that didn't focus on Goku and Vegeta the whole time. Well, I love the two of them. It was just refreshing to have one focus on other characters, and this was definitely my favorite version of Gohan ever since the Cell Game saga. Overall, this was just such a fun time. I can't wait to see what the next installment in the franchise is. Number 4, Puss in Boots the Last Wish. Next up on the list is the only American animated movie from this year, and my most recently viewed movie from 2022, Puss in Boots the Last Wish. This was very refreshing for me personally because I haven't seen many DreamWorks movies over the years, but this movie was great to get back into that again and gave us one of the best animated movies in the last few years. Like I said in my review, I had heard nothing but incredible things about this movie before seeing it, and while I can't say I was on the same boat as everyone else on that level, this was just such a great experience with some of the best directing I've seen in an animated movie in a long time, and it was just such a fun, and it was so much fun to see these characters that I like seeing them on the big screen again after a long time. I personally think the first Puss in Boots movie is pretty underrated, and so having this movie come out and have so many people talking about it was just really amazing, and I had a fantastic time with it. Number 3, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. At number 3 is the last of the MCU project of 2022, 2, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The MCU was kinda hit or miss this year with some amazing projects like this and having some other stuff like Thor, Ragnarok, and She-Hulk. But this was just a great way to close out the year. With this film, we got so many great things, like a really good villain, some of the best performances in the MCU, and it was just an incredible way of doing a touching send-off to Chadwick Boseman. It was all so full of amazing character development, and it had some fantastic action and maybe one of the most fascinating stories in the MCU has ever told. I also feel like that kind of took some risk by MCU standards, and it made the experience all the more interesting. I also love just how the characters get to where they are, like with Shuri becoming the new Black Panther and giving her character more chance to shine and making me like her more than I did. Number 2, The Batman. Coming in close to number 1 is my official favorite live-action Batman movie, The Batman. I feel like this movie was practically tailor-made to be on everyone's list of their favorite movies of 2022 because of just how brilliantly made it is. Not only is the story so well thought out, but the attention to detail with making this version of Gotham feel so real and detailed just made me want to explore it as much as possible. As someone who's a huge Batman fan but would never say he's the biggest fan of all time, this is just everything I could ever ask for, with absolutely amazing acting from everyone, especially Robert Pattinson as Batman himself. Some incredibly gorgeous shots with the cinematography, really intense action, and some of the best direction I've ever seen in a comic book movie. And like I said in my review, I just loved how this film sort of took the idea of a comic book movie and turned it on its head and made it really refreshing to watch, and I absolutely cannot wait for the sequel. Number 1, Top Gun Maverick. And finally at number 1 is easily the best movie of 2022, and one that pretty much everyone has talked about to death with the amount of praises gotten Top Gun Maverick. This is what I was talking about at the start with the movies that may surprise you with what I've seen this year. But yeah, this film was easily my favorite movie of the year, which is odd for me because I haven't seen the first Top Gun movie yet, and I was never interested to until I heard what everyone was talking about with this movie, and all I can say is that seeing this on the big screen was insane and may have been one of my favorite cinema experiences I've ever had. What I loved about this film was that everything that everyone talked about here is super interesting, and the characters are just as interesting. We have Tom Cruise as Pete Mitchell trying to teach younger pilots how to accomplish a mission while trying to make things right with the son of his old partner, and everything they do in this in some way is really fascinating stuff, and some of the most interesting stuff I've seen in a movie in a long time. But I also love how huge this movie scenes really feel, because they use real planes for the flying scenes, and it just made all the action and it feel so intense, and the cinematography just complemented that. And the acting from everyone is all so incredible here. Tom Cruise did a portrait, but so is everyone else. Miles Teller, Jennifer Connelly, John Hamm, Glenn Powell, and everyone else does an amazing job. Pretty much everyone has praised this movie to death, and I'm the same because this movie was just a spectacle to see on the big screen, and the action just made everything so much more emotional, and when the characters were just sitting and talking or explaining different things about how to do these things, it was all so compelling and interesting. I've actually been able to connect with other people with how much we love this movie, and we all agree that this was the best movie of 2022, and all that is why Top Gun Maverick is my favorite movie of 2022. So guys, those are my picks for my top 5 movies of 2022. It was overall, I think this was a really great year for movies, and yeah, even though there were a lot of bad movies as well, I just really had a great time with all these great movies, and I can't wait for all the great movies that are going to be coming out this year, and I'm really excited for a lot of them. So yeah guys, so those are my top 5 movies of 2022. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, then please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think, or even tell me what your favorite movies of 2022 were. And yeah, please follow me on Twitter at Daniel Maloney, Hey and Disney Fan Rider, Kingdom Hearts and Disney Please every day. And please share my content with anyone you know who might like the stuff that I do on here, and please help me grow my channel in any way you can, and please subscribe for more videos like this coming soon, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.